Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you all doing well. We will start with our next topic, that is oral sources. See, oral sources includes number of things: inspirational songs, folk tales, folk songs, proverbs, narrations. These come povadas. These comes in oral sources. What is folk tales? Our tradition is said by generation to generation. That is folk tales. For example, you have, for your own example, that you follow one tradition which your grandparents tell to your parents. Now your parents told to you. So these comes, this is passing from generation to generation. That's called folk tales. Then the folk song. What is folk song? If you think about the Punjabis, what their dance is? Bhangra. If you'll think about the Punjabi dance, that is Bhangra. So Bhangra will be the folk song. If you'll see the Maharashtrian people, their folk song will be Lavani. If you'll see the Gujarati people, their folk song will be Garba. So these comes in folk songs. Understand? What is Povadas? Things which is said for Shivaji Maharaj is Povadas. See, Povadas mostly follows in Maharashtra only, and the things, these kind of Povadas, usually say the things about the Shivaji Maharaj. Sources to, and this is also, Povadas is also sources of information of a particular historical things. They perform in the particular historical things. If you wanted to know, the Povadas will going to perform. And now the Samyukta Maharashtra Parishad. What is Samyukta Maharashtra movement? Maharashtrian and Gujarati were fighting against each other, that they wanted to include in Mumbai into Maharashtra. Maharashtrian people were telling Mumbai should include in Maharashtra, and same time Gujarati people were telling Maharashtra should be included in Gujarat. So this Samyukta Maharashtra Parishad, which is followed by Loksher Anna Bahu and Shahir Amar Sheikh, they fought against Gujarati people, and they made the committee which is Samyukta Maharashtra Committee, and this is made to include Mumbai in Maharashtra. So these comes in oral sources. Now see this as an example of how some events get reflected in literature. During the war period in 1962, Kusum Raj in the between China and India. See, when the China and India was doing the war, Kusum Raj, she wrote one poem which is known as Ahwan. In that, what are the difficulties were faced by the Indian soldiers and what are the current situation of India. She wrote that, and all stuff, whatever the stuff is there against the China and India were doing. If we will read that the poem today, we will get to know the problem that we have faced in that time. If you will read that poem, what will happen? You will get to know about what did happen that time. Apart from that, you will never know. See, if you will take the Mahatma Gandhi's thing, what his sacrifices, what he had done already, so you will not get to know unless and until you will study about them. In our past history, we get to know all this thing, what are the sacrifice they have done with their lives, their things, and their whole house and all. So we get to know by reading this kind of poems and the literature. Understand? Now the audio visual. Television, films, internet are called audio visual media. Obviously, when you will see your class example, the projector is there in your class. You can see, you can hear, and you can understand the things. See, oral sources, you only get to know what are the things is said by some people. You will get to know. If I am telling you to close all your books, all projector thing and everything, what will happen? Whatever I'll speak, you will understand that, because that was your oral sources. But in audio visual sources, you will get to know. You will see the picture of Mahatma Gandhi. How you get to know who's Lokmanya Tilak? If you cannot see the picture, if you cannot see the biography of them. So audio visual give you that sources that you can see, you can hear, and you can understand. Many domestic and foreign television channels also come under these heads. For example, History Channel, Geography Channel, etc. See, Discovery Channel, Geography Channel, and different kind of channels are there who tell the stories about the past. If you'll see wild animals and If you will see the Taj Mahal's history or Agra's history, you will get to know all this by audio visual thing. You can see, you can hear, and you can understand. Now, Film Television Institute of India. See, this is the vital organization of India is Film Television Institute of India. First film is shot by the Dada Saheb Phalke. Government of India established this government to take a proper view. See why this government made this? To people to get to know the proper cinematography, proper how to use camera, how to make film, how to include the editing, how to include the song. This all, to give the knowledge about these all technical things. The government of India made a institute which is Film and Television Institute of India. It will take the see, many people are not interested in reading books. Most of them, what happened, many people are not interested in book. They don't like to read book. What they can do, they can see the movie. If you'll see many of the films are made on that Gandhi ji, and I have told you to watch that Bhagat Singh movie. You will get to know how much sacrifice they have done, how much sacrifice he has done for our country. Many is of partners and everything. So you will get to know by the seeing the video. See, some students are not interested in reading book. That's very clear. But looking at the picture, they get to know who was like, how Bhagat Singh look like, how Sadguru look like, and the Jhansi Ki Rani. This movie, these kind of movies are also presented by the Film and Television Institute of India. See, now this is your activity. Which film about patriotism do you know? In your words, write a review of one such film that you have liked. Like I have said you to watch Bhagat Singh movie. Now this is patriotism. You can see that movie and you can give your review, okay, how much you like it or not like it. Now till now we have seen some important sources for writing history of modern India. The times in the 21st centuries are changing so rapidly that even these sources will prove to be inadequate. However, new sources are coming forth. For example, during the transformations from line telephones to cell phone, gadgets called papers come up with the connecting people, but it died as out quickly, and it had come up. The huge amount of information available on the internet used for study history, but the truth and authenticity of these information needs to be verified. See, these things has been changed. 21st century. Now we have cell phones. First we use that landline thing. You can dial the number and then you can call. Now you have cell phone. You can roam here and there and you can call. Now the paper things has to be paper things are mostly converted into the computerized things. You can see your worksheets are there in your computer, and these are the rapidly changing. Now it becomes comparatively easy to study history with all these sources. As these sources are from the contemporary period, they are easily available. Since a subject like history touches all the aspects of our lives, efforts for the preservation of such sources are made at the level. We should also contribute to these efforts. Obviously, first we have to study that independence, post-independence and pre-independence period. Now we have learned the modern history, how the films are changing, how the atmospheres are changing, how we are changing in the educational systems also. Like first you will get only the bookish knowledge. If you want to see something, or if you wanted to do the project, now you have numbers of things you can take the help out, numbers of encyclopedia, Wikipedia, Google and everything you can do, and you can make a project. So this is your activity that you have to come to know. You have to watch Bhagat Singh, or maybe you can see on that Google thing the story reading, and you can give the review. Understand? Thank you all.